How y'all doing? Hope everybody good. Hope y'all staying cool out there. The heat was on something today. Then I done went to Granny house too, so I know grannies, they be acting like they're immune to the heat. And it's only March, so it's only about to get worse from here, man. But anyways though, man, quick little video for y'all today. Why you should keep your expenses as low as possible. Now I know with me saying that, some folks might be looking at me like I'm a chicken with my head cut off, because in our culture, we spend. We like to brag about how expensive our bills are. We like to brag about out of the expensive things we're buying. But when we're talking about building real wealth and attaining real freedom, that's not the solution. When you don't have to think about bills, you're playing a different game. Like you can move how you want to move. You can make plays and do different things. I literally see some people where they're slaves to their lifestyles. Like all their money is going towards bills, and they talk about, oh, I can't go start the business, or I can't travel when I want to. And you ask them why, and they say I have no money. And then you look at where all their money is going. It's going towards a lifestyle that they can't really afford. We want to get out of that cycle as soon as we possibly can. Lower expenses give you flexibility with your life. You can go out and start the business we were just talking about. You can take trips and do different things. And we have to realize lifestyle inflation is a very real thing. Don't have it where you're spending just as much as you're making. You want to have it where when we're talking about building wealth, it's mandatory that you make more money than you spend. You live below your means. Like, that's mandatory. And when we're talking about these nice things like the cribs and the cars, all it is validation and ego. If you can afford it, cool. But if not, you make a regular income, live a regular life. You can do the same things in a regular car that you can do in a luxury car. You can do the same things in a regular apartment you can do in a luxury apartment. Like, all it is, the difference is the validation and ego. And after a while, it's gonna wear off, especially if you can't afford it. It can cause you more stress than good stuff. And the thing I see is people think they can have the cake and eat it too. Now, some people, life is unfair. You got some people that start out life as second and third base, where you might have the family member where you got inheritance, or your family take care of you, or the spouse is doing. But we're talking about you just work, you got to grind up from a level playing field, like you ain't really having the opportunity. That's cool. But it's like you have to realize it's up to you. It's your actions. So you either going to have to, like I look at saving money, for example. You either have to make more money or you're going to have to lower your expenses. It's basic math. It's not this magical thing. Preferably both, if and you might have it where a person, well, I don't want to go get an extra job. I don't like working as much. Okay, lower your lifestyle. Or I don't want to downgrade my life. I don't want to. And it's like, damn, what we gonna do then? Like, it's not registering to some people that you have to actually, your everyday actions, what are you doing in your day-to-day life is going to determine what's gonna happen in your future. Like, make your future self happy. It's not one of these things where you just wake up and you're successful and you have this lifestyle that you've already know. You have to actually work for it. You have to actually sacrifice. And that's what I'm saying. Some people don't want to sacrifice. You can downgrade the crib for some years, or go get a roommate, or go back to your people's house, or you can downgrade the car for some years. That way you have extra money. Now, this is the part where we have to really, really be careful. With the extra money, you have to be even more intentional to make sure it's going towards saving and investments, so we can make sure that we're gaining freedom for our future. It's not where this extra money we're just going out and buying more things. That's what we keep talking about, lifestyle inflation. The more things you buy, the more things you spend. Like, I've literally seen it with my own two eyes over and over, where a person doesn't have any money, they go get an extra job, and they still have no money, and they wonder why. Like, we have to make sure we're being super duper intentional and we're paying attention to our spending. That's why I emphasize making sure you track your income and expenses. Like, all these little things, they add up and they start making sense over time. Let's see. And then we're going to have to talk about spending vices. So it's one of these things, especially for young people, sometimes you just have to get it out your system. Like, I looked at a lot of stuff when I was younger. I just had to get it out my system, just get the experience. So, okay, let's say you really, really want that nice luxury apartment. Cool, get a nice luxury apartment, but you might do it where you drive a regular car. Or you want a really, really nice car, cool, but you live in a regular apartment. Like, if you make regular money, you can't live your whole lifestyle like you're rich. Like, it's not going to work, When we're talking about building wealth, like, it's not just magic going to happen where you want to be. No, you're going to have to really work for some years and really sacrifice. And people do not want to sacrifice, but you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to get to through our heads, because I'm seeing it where I'm telling y'all, I done literally seen this where people would just sit in the same position for years and years and years, and then wake up and realize, like, damn, I didn't wasted all this time when I could have been working. Like, the time gonna go by regardless, so you might as well do good in that time. Like, I remember I tell y'all the example when that time talking to my brother, and it's like, damn, bro, it's been 6 years since I graduated high school. It felt like yesterday I was just walking across stage. Like, the time is about to go by so fast regardless. Make yourself happy. Your future self. Your future self is going to appreciate you, that you sacrificed and you planted the seeds, and now you're sitting on a tree, compared to if you didn't and you just been BSing. Like, your future self not gonna care about the cars and the cribs and stuff, especially if you're still struggling. So, especially if you're young, man, get out that cycle as soon as possible, to where you can actually start saving money. I promise you, your older self is gonna appreciate you for that. Put the ego aside, put the pride aside, put chasing validation aside, because usually validation is just shortcuts for, like, I don't want to work, you know. So we have to get out that cycle. And then another thing I want to talk about is hold up. Another thing I want to talk about is looking at our retirement numbers. So I'm gonna keep going back to hold up, y'all. I'm gonna keep going back to its basic math. So when we're talking about retirement, it's tricky, especially when you're young, because you don't really know how your life is gonna pan out. And because you say you like 30, 40 years away, like, it's a lot that can happen in them 30, 40 years, we being honest. So you can play ballpark numbers and do like little exercise, but shit, it's a lot of good that can happen, it's a lot of bad that can happen, you know. So you don't really know how you're gonna be doing retirement, but just giving you a basic little, you know, exercise that you can do just to see ballpark. So if you have a person that needs $80,000 annually, like we're talking about expenses, $80,000 in monthly and yearly expenses, you take that 80,000 and multiply that by 25. So they would need $2 million to be able to, I guess you could say, retire. Now let's cut that 80,000 to 40,000. So 40,000 annual expenses you need times 25. You need $1 million. Now let's cut that 40,000 to 20,000. You only need 500,000. So I'm not saying lower your expenses just for the now, but going into the future as well. Like, the lower your expenses, the less money you need to retire. You get what I'm saying? All it's doing is just creating more room for you to have freedom and do whatever you want. And not, excuse me, you might be, and then I'm going to keep emphasizing speed. If you want to be able to, not saying you are going to retire sooner than that, but like, if you want to just have that option to, you're going to have to be even more aggressive in your younger years with saving and investment, and even more sacrificing. Because if you want to retire faster, guess what you're going to need to acquire more money faster? You know, it's basic math. And that's what we have to realize. Like, a lot of us are just not, well, I'm not calling nobody delusional, but we're saying a lot, but we're not putting no work into it. And a lot of us are working, but we want to get to where more people are realizing you have to work. Like, a lot of people just sit around and pray and manifest with no work involved, and that's just not the way. Like, the lifestyle not just gonna come out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But man, just wanted to drop in and give y'all a quick video. If y'all could, please like, comment, subscribe. Definitely got some more videos coming out for y'all. And y'all stay blessed.